Hey, what's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk. We back at it again. 2019.
What are you doing?
This is your weekly shot of K-pop. We coming at you with a spicy episode 22, first of the new year. And we're recording on Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. I'm Doug, and joining me, we got Warren.
Hello, everybody.
And Anita.
Hello.
Yo, 2019, we changing it up a little, no lie. We're going to have a new format. We're not going to really have weekly topics anymore because real talk, we ran out. Like, it's too many topics. But what we will do is we will cover our news topics in more depth and talk about the songs more because honestly, it was kind of a grab bag. Some weeks we had good topics. Sometimes maybe they weren't so hot, but I think we could be more consistent in this new year. But of course, you could always leave us feedback at SojuTalkPodcast@gmail.com and in YouTube comments and other things like that. But man, are y'all hyped for this? 2019.
Yes.
It's a new year. It's a whole new year.
All right, so first thing, as we do always, our big new releases. Now, of course, we haven't recorded in like 3 weeks, right? Ton of stuff this week.
Shit.
So we will not cover absolutely everything. As the title says, big new releases. But let me go through them. So December 26th, Wednesday, we had TVXQ with Truth. January 2nd, Wednesday, Chungha with Gotta Go. January 4th, Friday, Luna from FX with Even So. January 7th, Monday, we had Apink with Eung. Also on that day, we had iKON with I'm Okay. And yesterday, Tuesday, January 8th, we had Uju Sonyo with La La Love. But before we get to those, today on January 9th, there was 2 rookie groups debuted. We had On Us from RBW with Valkyrie, and from Jellyfish, we had Very Very with Ring Ring Ring. We're not really going to cover those, but both of those songs were surprisingly good.
Very good.
Oh, I haven't
really
heard
good.
Anita thinks Ring 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 from Very Very is fuego. I think they're both
They're
fuego.
so good.
So check them out. If they rise up a little more, we'll definitely cover them going forward. But there was just way too much stuff this week. So let's start at the top. TVXQ with Truth.
Oh, damn. All right.
All right. I didn't get it
Huh?
when I just listened to the audio. That's what I'll say.
What do you
at
mean
the
you
beginning.
didn't get it?
No, like I was like, what is this? Right?
Oh, okay.
I was a little confused. I was like, why is this so chill and stuff? Right?
You didn't vibe with it, you know?
I didn't vibe with it
Okay.
at the beginning. But when you combine the song with the music video,
Yeah, I agree.
then it all came together for me. And I was like, this is amazing.
Yes. So good.
I think I saw...
I-
Oh, go for it, yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I think what's unique about TVXQ since it's just a duo, it's really nice that they still do the dancing.
Yep.
And they're both
Oh, you cut off a little.
You cut out.
And they both.
they both do the dancing. wait, I don't know where I cut off.
It's fine.
Okay.
They both do the dancing, and okay, I'll piggyback off of that. The ending bit of this song, when they're like more or less beatbox singing, and the other guy's dancing,
Yes.
and then there's like snow or whatever it was coming down.
Yes, it's so nice.
That was
It was
whoever
interesting.
filmed this did a tremendous job. The visuals in this music video are off the charts. But okay, Warren, let's see if you're like the Grinch in 2019 as well.
No, I
What
don't
did
have
you
any.
think?
I don't have any spicy hot takes. Right? I liked it.
Okay.
I liked it. I didn't love it per se, but it was
Okay.
okay. It was good. I did remember seeing this because I saw the music video after. But I think I saw them live at the MBC end of the year performance thing. Right? That was there, right? And I was like, shit, like it's different because like if you see the performance, there's like the whole dance routine is there, and the music video is kind of different. So.
It feels
Interesting.
like there's like a giant gap in idols right now, other than like EXO, who's been around a long time, right? It really feels like to me, idols are like age 15 to like 23 right now, right? And then other than a couple groups like maybe B2B, some of the newest guys, and EXO, there's a humongous gap in like the late 20s group, right?
I mean, you have to realize all of them are serving.
I know they're all
national
going in the
TV.
army and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. But then once you hit TVXQ, it's like, man, these are some mature artists.
Yes.
That was the real lead thing. And like, man, they adults now. That's what I'll
Yup.
say. That's the feeling. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. I was like, this is super professional.
I'll be honest though, I don't know how I feel about how much they rely on back dancers because it's kind of strange to be honest.
Okay. I also had that point. When the chorus hit and the back dancers showed up for about 5 seconds, I couldn't tell who was the back dancers and who was the two guys.
that was my point too. I was like,
Really?
yeah, it
No,
seemed like
I
just
don't, I
one
don't know
big
if it was a
group.
costuming or what. Like I felt like maybe they should have done the backup dancers in more muted colors
Hmm.
because it took me a couple seconds to reorient myself as to
Oh.
the like where Yuno and Changmin were.
Also, like,
Mm.
maybe I'm not remembering correctly, but at the MBC thing, I remember seeing like a flood of back dancers. Like it kind of reminded me of like one of those like Japanese groups where there's like 50
Oh.
people in the group. Like it was kind of like reminiscent of one of those. And I was like,
I mean, since they've gone as two, they've sort of done that. There's a lot of backup
Really?
dancers now because it's hard
I
to
don't
fill a
know.
stage with just two
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, I like 50 back dancers though. Like I don't know how I feel about that.
All right, so how about we do this now in 2019? I just thought of it, came in my head. Let's do like we won't rate the songs from 0 to 10, but we'll say like pass, this is I or this is really good.
So like
Let's
fresh
do that
or
this
rotten.
year. Something like that.
Like tomatoes.
For me,
Alright.
this is a certified fresh song.
I agree.
I also give it a certified fresh.
Ooh, okay. So this is an overall good song. Go listen to this. All right, next one. Chungha's Gotta Go, also known as 벌써 12시, so it's already 12 o'clock, which I think is a better name than Gotta Go.
Yes.
But this is her breakout song, everyone.
This is it.
This is it. This is the
it.
Chungha we've
This is
been
the
waiting
one.
for.
Yep.
Wait, Anita, you don't sound too happy.
No. I'm actually, I feel like this is my favorite Chungha song
Oh, same.
so far. Like this is the kind of song that I was hoping she would have debuted with. So I'm really happy she's going like more darker. Like I don't know. I like it. I
feel
really like it.
She's finally reaching her, like, I wouldn't say her full potential, but like where she should be at with her stuff. 'cause
Yeah.
She's super
Yeah.
The
talented.
dance is so good.
Here's a hot take from your boy Doug, 2019 first hot take. Chungha will surpass Sunmi in 2019.
That's not
I
a hot
agree.
take. That's pretty obvious. Come on. That's
Okay,
I agree.
sorry, but this is tremendous. It had like
so good.
I wouldn't call it like Egyptian Middle Eastern vibe, but it definitely did, right? At least the thing at the beginning of the song.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Middle Eastern.
I
Right.
think.
It's sort of like the vibe they were going for in Yeoja Idol's Han. That kind of feel.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
know what you mean.
I don't know how to describe that, but that's
Mm-hmm.
what I felt. And of course, choreography is tremendous, and her singing is crazy good now.
Yes.
I think it goes without, like, all of us say this is a certified good song. Like, go listen.
10
to
out
it.
of
Oh, yeah.
10.
I looked
Yeah.
at the credits, and this is really interesting, right? Because this was written by Black Eyed Pilsung and Sungun.
Mhm.
If you remember who they are, they're the people who've worked on Likey, Cheer Up, TT.
Wow, this is
Uwage.
really good.
It's them, and
They
they've also
put-
worked on Roller Coaster before. So like
Okay.
lit people.
Man, if Twice can do something at like this type of theme.
Oh my God, please.
All right, but let's move on to Luna FX Even So. Now, I find it hard to judge this song because it's definitely about, well, she said it's about last December when Jonghyun died and how that was a difficult time for her. And I
Oh.
think Luna as a talent is incredible.
Yeah.
And I think she's very underrated as a solo artist, but I will say for me, this song wasn't like got me all hyped up or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I had no idea the song was about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I just looked it up
Yeah.
before we
Shit.
recorded this.
Um,
Now, obviously we can't really make a judgment on a song like that because definitely like a tribute song, and it does kind of sound like a Jonghyun song in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But-
I can see that.
But at the same time, for me, if I'm going to be honest, I don't think the song was the most like. Obviously, it wasn't a lit song because it's a slow type
Yeah.
of. I wouldn't call it a ballad, but it's like an R&B-ish type of thing.
it's like one of those songs you hear at a cafe or in the background of a drama. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
More people got to jump on the Luna train though, because she's like incredibly talented.
talented. Yeah.
The most slept on solo artist in SM.
I
Low-key.
So good.
I mean, here's the thing, right? I thought it would be something like Free Somebody, like from a couple
I
years ago.
wish it was.
I
love
had
that
see
song.
I see that's why I was kind of let down because I went in expecting something at a similar like pattern,
level.
And
Yeah.
then I got that, and I was like, okay.
I mean, personally, I feel like I enjoyed this one. I think it was really nice. I think Luna's voice is really strong. I mean, having heard stuff like Free Somebody and the stuff she did with FX, so I kind of wanted to hear her like with that strong voice, but
Mm.
I think this is good too. It's different.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's enough said for this one. Let's move on to okay. First thing about this Apink song, right?
Ugh.
I was so confused about how to say it or anything, because I looked it up when it came out. It was just 2% signs. I'm like, what the heck is this? Like percent. But then, I only realized what it was like an hour ago, that it's on it's tilted a little bit.
I think it's really stupid, to be honest.
I think it's I'm not before we even talk about it. I think it's a terrible idea to make songs that are difficult to understand how to say it or stuff. Like, how am I supposed to talk about this? That being said, this is a song that is very similar to like the styling of their last song, "I'm So Sick." I would say they're definitely going into like the electronica route,
Mm-hmm.
and I personally prefer this one to "I'm So Sick." Warren, I have a feeling you did not like this.
Shit, how'd you know? Fuck. All right. First of all, talking about credits again, it's really interesting because this song is also written by the same people that I've mentioned before, that I've worked on Gotta Go, and like all the Twice songs I mentioned.
Crazy.
So I looked at the credits, right? And I was like, shit, these are my favorite people. These are the people I love in K-pop, so I gotta like the song. And I went in, and I was like, it felt like it didn't know what the song wanted to do, and it kind of felt
I
awkward.
agree.
You know what I mean?
I
Like it
agree.
felt in that
Yeah.
like kind of gray area, not doing
It had
much.
some interesting melody going on too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like, I wouldn't call it bad funky, but it was definitely different. Like, they were experimenting with some sounds.
Yeah. No, it was a good attempt. I'll give it that.
So Warren, do you miss like Mr. Chu?
I
Apink?
do.
I mean, like,
Alright. But I mean, they're older. They're older, and
they're what? Like they're like 10 years in now, 8 years in,
they're like 7, 8 years in.
7,
I
8
believe.
years. They're 8 years in.
Yeah.
They can't do Mr. Chu anymore.
But even like the theme changed even from like 5 a year ago. And that was more of the normal thing, but like I get what Anita's saying, like no, and Mr.
Yeah.
Chu. Oh man, that's glory
It's
days.
so good.
But I still think this is an alright song. I wouldn't say it's great though. This would get, for me, it's like a alright. So it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Warren, this is a no for you, Warren.
this is a down vote for me. I'm sorry, fans.
Okay. Wow.
Not a
Anita, what
fan.
do you think? Are you? I'm assuming you're gonna say this is alright.
Yeah, lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Like
Lukewarm.
yeah.
See, yeah,
Okay.
if I could choose like in between, I would choose in between. I was like, just aight. It ain't good.
Yeah.
It ain't bad. It's aight. It's like it's aight. You know, like it's okay.
So yeah, let's think of a scale on the spot. So for our 3 levels, how about we do mild, medium, and spicy?
Oh,
For me,
This
this
is-
was a medium. Medium.
this is medium, almost mild.
Ooh, okay. Warren, this is just straight mild for you, right?
This is like corn salsa over here. Like this.
This is like this is like you get the wings at Buffalo Wild Wings with no sauce, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. Oh yeah, good. Yeah. It's like
Okay.
the dry rubs, you know, like lemon pepper. Yeah, it's one of those.
All right, let's move on to iKON with "I'm Okay." Now, this is not Love Scenario.
No.
Now, I wouldn't say this is a terrible song. For me, the feeling I got was I wouldn't say it sounded like, but it had the similar vibes to me as Big Bang's Blue, that kind of song.
I agree. When I was listening to it, I felt like this. I couldn't put a finger on it, but now that you mention it, yeah, I see that.
It's like the slow hip hop where you're like
Yeah.
sentimental hip hop. And that was what Blue was for Big Bang. And it's
Mm.
about the same time in their careers that they're releasing this type of stuff, where they're branching out more. Now, see, that being said, if I compare Blue and I'm Okay, Blue is way better.
Mm.
That's not to say that I'm Okay is a terrible song.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
Yeah.
good song, but it's not a love scenario and it's not a blue.
Mm-hmm.
Even like I would prefer listening to Killing Me from last year over I'm Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember that song.
Okay, Warren, you and your goldfish memory. I'm okay. I'm gonna make a guess here. You didn't like this, Warren.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I'm gonna make a guess here and said that you did not like this song.
Oh no. I was alright. I was
Okay.
thinking about your blue analogy at the moment, and I was looking up a song, because I don't think blue is a good analogy for this song.
Oh,
Well, is there another one?
If you guys remember "Monster" by Big Bang,
okay. I see
remember
what you're
that
saying.
one? The ones where they had weird costumes and they were like, "Oh, I'm a monster," in the music video.
Yeah.
It's,
That might actually be a better comparison.
Because this comes from a repackage of Love Scenario,
Uh-huh.
right? It's from repackage of
Uh-huh.
that album. It's like it's kind of on that same line of like, oh, we just had a big hit. Here's an
Yeah.
extra
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because they've released so many songs lately.
Yeah.
Medium.
Medium, straight medium.
I would say medium as well. It's alright. It's good. I like it.
Okay.
I don't
Here's the
love
one
it.
I'm most interested to talk about with Warren at least. Uju Sonyo with La La La.
Christ,
Bro,
Lord.
I've listened to this like 10 times now. I'm kind of digging it.
I first heard it. I was like, fuck this. This is over. Girls, Cosmic Girls, it's over. They're fucked.
Oh my god.
Then I gave it another listen, and I was like, you know what? I like this. Then I gave it another listen, and I was like, I'm liking this. And then I gave it another listen, and I was like, all right, let's put this on loop. And I just kept on listening to it.
Okay. I was talking to Anita previously about this song. So the last song was Butake Save Me, Save You. This is definitely the same line of songs still, right? Now,
Oh yeah, definitely.
our thing is like we love the Uju Sonyo sound here at SojuTalk.
Yes.
Like, we like the space thing. That's
Yes,
how we
please.
describe it.
Yes.
Would you please? Yes, please.
Now, this is obviously another good song from them. Like it's this, but I don't feel like it's enough for them to get more attention. That's my problem with this song.
Here's the thing. As much as I love the Cosmic Girl color of their songs, I don't think it's anything major enough to get them that much attention ever. to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's my issue with
Yeah.
them because I love what they do, but it's not. It seems like it's not catching fire like for everyone else.
That being said, I do feel like they're embracing more of a pop color with this kind of song, and like they're definitely like trend heavy with this song. You know, like
Do you know what would honestly put them over the top right now?
what's up?
If China Line came back.
Oh
I'm
my
just
god!
gonna say it.
Well,
Don't you think so though?
All right, can you talk about the
Well-
China line for a second?
Yeah, let's talk about China Line.
Why is Cheng Xiao still missing? Huh? Like,
She's the most important one, but in China itself, they're all kind of equally popular now because of the success of
Rocket Girl?
Migi and Sun Ye on in Produce 101 China / Rocket Girls.
no.
Although Rocket Girls isn't doing that hot in general. I've been keeping tabs on them.
I mean, like, all right. Here's the thing: China's a bigger market. If you're not doing that hot, you're still making a lot.
You're still
more
making a
money
lot
than
of money.
Korea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that, but like, come on, like all the other people you worked hard with, trained hard with, just struggling over here. You're gonna leave them behind like that? Come on, like, you know what I mean? Like,
well,
makes me very frustrated.
Although they definitely proved that even without China Line, they can be a mid to high tier, not a high tier, but like a mid high tier girl group. They've still proven that they can do that. It's just I like the song, but I don't think it's enough to put them over the top. Like this is
They're
similar to their
stable.
last song where they'll be lucky to win one award.
I do think right, because I think they're trying to do like a series of 3 songs where they go along the same concept. Because Cosmic Girls, they keep saying they're gonna do that. Because last album, their album was called WJ Please or Would You Please. This album is called Would You Stay. So I'm assuming the third thing is gonna be there, and that third thing is gonna be the big like.
It should be called "We Back Bitches." It has the China Line. I mean, they chart pretty well. It's just like they're slept on still. That's the problem.
I just want like 1 or 2 show champion wins.
And they're super set on pushing Bona, Sara, and Exy, like those three.
Oh yeah.
Those three combined for like 70% of the screen time.
See, I don't completely understand that part. I other parts I get, but like Exy and like what's her name?
Bona or Sara?
Sora, yeah. I personally think it's a problem that people think that way, but like Sora and Exy are a little old, and like older members have trouble getting popularity compared to the younger members.
How old?
94
and 95. Yeah.
That's not old.
It's not old at all.
It's not old at all, but like looking at the current trends, where like,
she's my favorite. Be quiet. I like her face.
But,
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely not a step down. It's like the same level.
Oh no, it's a step up,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's a step up. They're slowly rising, but man, they gotta hit harder. I feel like, I hope since they came out so early this year, we get 2 more Uju Sonyo songs, and the fall one is the one that destroys.
Definitely, yeah.
Because I think the summer one will probably be just more summery, but I hope it's not happy. Jesus Christ, no, not again.
Christ, no.
But okay, so for me, this is a medium to spicy, not super spicy, but it's getting there.
This is spicy where
Medium.
I'm like, all right, this is all right, you know, like this is pretty
Okay.
spicy. It's not
So it's
spicy, but like
Spicy, but not fuego. It's not flames.
yeah.
Okay, but also Anita, on us and very very real quick again.
Yes.
Anita loves Very Very's Ring Ring Ring, and
Right.
honestly, the
As
two
of today.
songs are so different from each other, and they're
They
both
are.
surprisingly good.
Wait, sorry, is the group called Very Very, or is the group called Ring Ring Ring?
The group is called Very Very, and they're
Uh-huh.
from Jellyfish, and the other one is called it's not On Us, it's One Us.
One Us,
Whoops.
yeah.
I've been pronouncing that wrong.
One
Sorry,
Us.
but it's One Us, and they are from RBW, and that group contains a lot of Produce 101 Season 2 alumni.
Man,
Yeah.
One Us sounds very similar to a certain group that also was produced 101 Season 2. One Us,
Ooh.
101. You kind of see where I'm getting at?
Oh.
I see what they're doing, but honestly, surprisingly good debuts.
Yeah.
Really?
And I think this is setting it up for what we said the last couple episodes, where this year's like the year of guy group debuts, because last year was definitely girl groups. All right, but let's move on to show winners. All right, there was a gajillion shows.
my God.
I tracked all of it. We ain't gonna go through each one of them. I'm just gonna tell you the composite winners. So this is from December 21st all the way to now, to today. So the winner of the entire winter break, ironically, was winner. They won 5 awards for Millions, and that song has grown on me over time.
That kind of sounded like you said 5 million wins.
Nope, just 5 of them. The second big winner of Christmas break was EXO with 3 for Love Shot and surprisingly 1 for Tempo still.
Wait, how did they get one for
Why?
Tempo?
I don't know, but it happened this week. This week, the most recent one of them, let's see, which one was it? That was Tempo. Let's see, where is it?
November,
yeah, on
January 4th.
On
yeah.
last Friday on Music Bank, they won
the
with
heck?
Tempo.
Ah.
How did
Yeah,
that
I thought
happen?
it was a
So good
typo,
song.
but I looked it up and it was Tempo. So
Are they still like promoting?
no, but it's the one.
Oh.
And then lastly, we had two solo female artists get their first ever wins. Chungha with Gotta Go and Ben with 180
Yeah.
Degrees. Shout out to both of them. Great songs.
Yay.
Mm.
You're so good.
I think Chungha's now establishing herself as a top tier diva, and Ben is establishing herself as a top tier ballad singer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna come back next week and we're gonna have like a fuck ton of like Chungha wins.
Oh, I hope.
And
I
then-
hope.
She better.
I hope there's like one Cosmic Girl win there, please.
But
Please.
this is really definitely set in stone now that Chungha is the most successful IOI member in the post era.
Definitely.
Definitely. But okay, so here's a new segment for this week, guys. It's our weekly chart. So we figured that since we don't have a main topic, we got to provide more content, and a weekly chart would be a perfect way for us to go back and talk about songs that we talked about when they released. So I pulled the top 10 from Instas, which is a composite of Melon, Genie, Bugs, Mnet, Naver, and Soribara. So it's all the major charts in Korea. So this is what Korea is listening to. And the Instance weekly chart is more like a running total for the week that you're on.
If you're on Reddit, you might know of this chart as the I chart. That's what they also refer to as, I think.
Yes, that's what they call it. So this is the weekly chart. So first place was MC The Max, After You're Gone. Second place, Chungha with Gotta Go. Third place, Ben with 180 Degrees. Fourth, Jennie with Solo. Fifth, Winner with Millions. Sixth, Mino with Fiance. Seven, Haeun with Shin Yong-jae. 8, Paul Kim with Me After You. 9, Sean with Bad Habits. 10, Twice, Yes or Yes. It's incredible that Twice is still on the chart.
Wait, Twice is still on?
Twice is still on the chart.
What the heck?
But as you can see, this is a lot of the chart. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 out of the 10 songs are ballad songs, technically, from solo artists.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think that's something that as K-pop fans, sometimes we forget that Korea is not just listening to straight K-pop.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I would say sometimes the ballad game is like more popular than the idol game.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of weird though. I haven't seen the ballad games like as this strong in a long time.
It's coming back.
So I got a question. I don't know if you have the answer, but that Haeun song, Warren, why is it called Shin Yong-jae when that's like a guy?
I'm already kind of looking this up. I don't listen to ballads at all. So like I don't
Like
really know
that,
this shit.
like Shin Yong-jae is a guy's name, and he's from what is he from? He's a singer from
something?
I'm drawing a blank here, but he's a famous singer. I thought from Four Men. Yeah,
Oh.
Okay.
that's
Well,
why I was
looking at
just
the-
confused.
I'm looking at the official album description right now, right?
Mhm.
And so his official artist name is Haeun, and
Yep.
then in parentheses, the Lacoste guy. You know, Lacoste as in like the crocodile polo company.
Lacoste?
Oh, yeah.
Lacoste. Okay, whatever. It says Lacoste Nam in here.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And okay, so it says that with this song, he's telling a story about why he always loves a single brand of clothes, and why he loves a single artist. So if you want to find out, maybe
Strange.
look up the translations. I don't know.
The crazy thing is the song is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the best way to listen to all the songs is to go on Spotify, and there's a Melon Top 100 playlist, and definitely all these songs are on there because I've listened to all of them. And in particular, since it's wintry, I'm gonna recommend MC The Max's After You're Gone and Ben's 180 Degrees. But
Mm-hmm.
MC The Max being number one is kind of a surprise. I'll be honest.
yeah, he came back after a long hiatus.
It's them.
But Chungha at number 2. Shout out to Chungha, yo.
She deserves
killing it.
it.
Oh,
She was at number 1 for a while on the real time chart until the MC The Max song came out.
shit! Props to her.
And also shout out to Mino for being on here twice, once with Winner and once by himself. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
impressive.
Double eat.
And then just the longevity of Twice, like y'all know, they here to stay.
I'm like really surprised by all the ballads here though. I'm not gonna lie. This is,
Yeah, 5 out of 10. Let's keep a running count to that. 5 out of 10 this week ballads. Interesting.
I miss having my rap songs on the rap chart on this weekly chart. Sad.
All right, let's move on to the news and events from the entire holiday season. I had to trim this
Oh,
down.
boy.
There was
Oh,
way too
boy.
many.
Oh
But the
boy.
first
Boy.
one, bitch, she ain't solo. So what I'm referencing
No.
here is the breaking news that EXO's Kai and Blackpink Jennie reportedly spotted on a date back in November, which was followed up by SM confirming that they're dating. And then YG was like, I guess they're dating. Now, I think it's fine that idols are dating, but
Mhm.
it seems that I'm not alone in saying that it's interesting that a idol who's been around for less than 3 years can be in a relationship. That's the one caveat for me.
Mhm.
Now, it also seems that Kai likes a very specific type of girl.
Wait, what
Going-
Who
type?
did he date before?
Going from FX's Crystal to Jennie, they're very similar.
In what way?
They both have like the pretty but icy thing going on.
They got that
Ah.
look going on.
Yeah, they definitely are similar. That's what netizens are all talking about.
Holy shit! All right, I mean, we now know what he's into. First of all,
Yeah. Additionally, fans are kind of angry at Dispatch, which is like the main tabloid in
Mhm.
Korea, for like releasing this type of news. And like Dispatch has a history of dropping special news at interesting times, especially when other
Yeah.
controversies are going on. But they always release relationship news on January 1st. That's kind
Yeah.
of a tradition. So this
Mhm.
was the main one, and the second one was not K-pop, but Lee Kwang-soo from Running Man.
Huh? Who?
Lee Kwang-soo is
Some
dating
actress. Some
what's her
actress.
name?
Ji Sunbin.
Lee Sun-bin, who also appeared on Running Man a couple times the past year.
Yeah, that was
So
kinda
shout
funny.
out to Kwang-soo, bro. Go
Yeah.
get it.
Oh man.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets married soon because
Mhm.
Getting back to
What?
Jennie though, it was kind of interesting because like initially YG was like, nah, that's not true, and then SM was like, nah, it's true, and then YG was like, oh yeah, actually it's true. Like that kind of shows that like the power balance between like the big three.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like,
man, it's just so funny because like Jennie was the hot topic of being controversial in the second half of the year, and like she's starting this year off with a bang again with this date. I mean, I think it's fine that people want to date, especially at their age. It's absolutely fine.
yeah.
But for someone like Kai, who's already had an established career, and if his career went away, he's so set up for life anyway, where it's not a big deal, right?
Mhm.
But for someone like Jennie, who's in, I wouldn't call them a rookie group, but like a young group,
Mhm.
and someone in her position who's already seen as a controversial figure in the industry, it's a bit surprising,
It's,
Yeah.
especially in the light of her lazy scandal where people were defending her by saying she's overworked.
I mean,
That's what
here's
I'll
the
say.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, just because a controversy is going up, you can't break up with like whoever.
I
you're
know.
saying, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I
don't-
mean, I think
Like
what's
Warren's thinking,
Oh,
like
sorry.
I would date Kai. That's what he's thinking. Like,
I'll pass. I'm good.
Ooh.
Anita, how do you feel about this in general, the whole situation?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I just feel that it's interesting because to me, some of the stuff that I've been reading and what people are worried about is that like there's a preference in treatment to Jennie in regards to like the Blackpink members, and like is she just gonna be sheltered or covered because of YG really likes her and like she got the solo and like now she's dating. I don't know. So
I feel like she's definitely the favorite, and I think everyone can see that.
I mean, it hurts her image.
Yeah, it doesn't help. But in other Blackpink news, a real quick aside: Blackpink and Hyuga were confirmed for Coachella, which was crazy. Town.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then also today, Blackpink added North American, European, and Australian stops to their 2019 In Your Area tour.
Ooh.
So I don't know.
Why are they doing so many tours with like 5 songs?
Yeah, that was one of the potential issues this week where people were worried. Like I wouldn't say fans are like pissed at YG that they're making them do these concerts where they have to cover other people's songs because they don't have enough like songs to do. Like you would think someone with a discography where they can tour around is definitely twice, right? They got a gajillion songs.
Oh, they have way too many songs.
Like we could just do their A-list songs and we could cover like an hour at least, right? Without any special stages or anything.
Yeah,
But
Blackpink has like barely any B-track songs to begin with. Like,
and also Blackpink, I think, is definitely more digestible to a Western audience, considering 3 out of the 4 members speak English.
That's true.
And
True.
I like musical
they-
style too.
their musical style is more Western friendly
Yeah.
in general.
It's like hip hop, you know.
But I like congrats to Jennie and Kai, and congrats to
Yeah.
Kwang-soo and Isubin. Like
Sunbin.
we wish Sunbin, sorry,
Sunbin.
Sunbin.
Yeah, yeah.
We
here
wish
go.
you all the happiness in the world, but I would say like don't listen to the haters, but at the same time, it's like as a K-pop fan, I'm conflicted about the Jennie Kai thing. Not from Kai's perspective, but from a Jennie perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Kai hasn't had like effort controversies. The
Yeah.
girl here has. Like, it's like if you hear something like this about like between your friends or something, like you're gonna judge. Like, let's be honest. Like, it's one of those. Like, if you see a friend who's like not working hard because she's in a relationship, it's like, you know, you kind of end up judging a bit, you know, like.
But at the same time, I'm happy because she's breaking the whole stereotype that idols can't date.
Yeah,
So I'm conflicted about this, but we'll see what happens.
we'll see what happens.
But best of luck to them, definitely.
Congrats.
All right. The next thing we're going to cover, the Golden Disc Awards occurred on January 5th and January 6th. I'm just going to run through the winners and we could react a little. So album day song went to BTS for Love Yourself Answer. And then Digital Song of the Year, which was another day song, went to iKON. So they also give out Bonsang Awards, which are smaller awards, but more just like excellency awards. They give them out for song and for album, but we're not really going to cover the album because it's hard for us to judge albums because it's not like we've listened to every single album in entirety. So here are the songs that won though. So Love Scenario from iKON, Flower Road, Big Bang, Doo 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 Doo, Blackpink, Heart Shaker Twice, Fake Love from BTS, Roller Coaster from Chungha, Starry Night from Mamamoo, Only Then from Roy Kim, Boom Boom from Momoland, and Travel from Bulbagansa Chungi. Solid list, I would say.
I would agree.
Yep.
I would agree.
Missing Red Velvet, but
Oh.
come on, Bad Boy should be on this. But that's just my
That's
opinion.
true.
And
Yeah.
then
Wait.
one interesting thing that happened was when they were going over the people who won Bonsang for their albums, the late Shiny Jonghyun won for that.
Oh.
And Mino and Taemin and accepted the award on his behalf, which was a really touching moment. And also over the winter break, his album Poet Artist also rose back to number 1 on the Gaon chart. So rest in peace, Jonghyun. And then finally, for Rookie of the Year awards, they gave out 2 for female artists, which I'm pretty happy about. They gave one to IZ*ONE and one to Yeoja Idol. And then for guy groups, they gave it to Stray Kids. So kind of what we would expect.
Yep.
That's kind of what we gave out at
Yeah.
the last award episode.
Yo, IZ*ONE covered some songs here at the Golden Disc. They covered Neurotic.
Yes.
Y'all should go watch that. Yo,
Wait, all of IZ*ONE did Neurotic?
Okay, so
Couple.
5 of them
Oh.
covered Neurotic.
Is
Rumor
Sakura one
line.
of them? Or Hyewon?
No.
I wanted to see those two, Neurotic.
She was in the group that covered what song was it? God's Wait, was it
God's Ah?
HOT.
Yeah.
What song was it, Anita? I forgot.
Candy.
Yes.
Oh. I'll check that out later.
No, Happiness.
Happiness?
Oh.
Happiness. That was the song.
Oh,
they covered.
happiness.
Oh.
Yeah. So check out those stages. All right. Let's have a quick discussion about all the end of the year galas that happened. Because
my God.
I watched almost all of them to completion.
Oh, wait, really?
So there was SBS Gayo Daejeon, which was on Christmas Day, KBS Gayo Daechukje, which was on the 28th, and NBC's Gayo Daejeon, which was on New Year's Eve. Okay. I've seen some of these songs now 50 times in the last 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
First of all, I gotta put that out there. I haven't seen all of these. I saw parts of the KBS and I saw the whole NBC
Same.
one.
I've seen parts.
I would
haven't
say
seen
the
the
best
whole-
show overall, if you're only going to sit down and watch one of the shows, is SBS Gayo Daejeon. It felt the most like an end of the year wrap up, and it had definitely the highest budget out of all the shows. And they were in it was a dome concert, so it was humongous.
Was the camera okay? Did they have any fuck ups like last year?
Camera was
or the year
terrible,
before?
though. That was
my
the only
God.
Oh
thing.
no.
Did they have lighting fuck ups and all that kind of
Lighting
jazz?
didn't mess up, but certain times the camera, they would switch the cameras and it'd be looking at the floor, and you're like, what are they doing?
What?
But in terms of the lineup, it was definitely the most complete, I would say. And my other issue with them was the choice of the camera angles were terrible too. Sometimes they just pan off when someone's doing a high note. And I'm like, what are you
No.
doing?
I mean, SBS, they love their pan offs.
Yeah. So that I think overall though that's the best overall wrap up. So SBS Gayo Daejeon. The next one was KBS Gayo Daechukje. If I'm gonna sum this one up, I thought it had the best cover stages out of all.
Yo, I saw the ending. Oh my God.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Before we get to the ending, there was a hush stage with all the Girl Crush members of the groups. So I'm talking Momoland, Yeonu. It had Joy from Red Velvet, Jui from Twice. It was lit. That was crazy.
Ooh.
There was an SM Town stage and a JYP Nation stage. JYP Nation definitely won, I would say.
Aw.
And then the best thing about this whole show was the finale with Amor Fati, which is it's
Yo.
a trot techno song. If you're gonna watch one thing from the entire roundup, watch this finale. It was lit.
Yo, everyone was on it, and I was like, "This is where we all come together. This is."
BTS was going ham during this finale, especially Jin. Jin was losing his mind. My MVPs of that finale were Or definitely BTS's Jin, and then B2B's Ilhoon, because that guy was going nuts too the entire time.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And then lastly, there was MBC Gayo Daejeon, which is on New Year's Eve, and they actually go through the New Year's with that one. Like they had an hour after New Year's, so it was pretty interesting. They stopped and they had like a news segment. I would say this is the best show for expanding your palette of Korean music. So they had a lot of rookies and ballad singers, including, and then some of the interesting people. They had Hong Jin Young came out on this one. Gansa Chungha came out this one. There was a collab stage between Vibe and Ben, and then there was a Baekjeon Chen stage as well.
It was kind of interesting, to be honest, right? Because I saw this full, and it was full of like the people MBC is friendly with. Like all the SM artists. Hong Jin Young's a very pro MBC person. Same with Porpagan. Same with all the MCs.
This one was pretty small and low key, I would say too. It felt very cozy. The stage, at least.
It was really nice though. No need to go to a dome tour. You know, like this is tight. Like,
but if I had to go to one of them, the dome was lit.
If you're going to the thing, like that's different. Like,
that's true.
When I first heard that they're doing like a thing for New Year's, I was really worried, right? Because I thought they were gonna send like a girl group or something to next to the big bell.
Oh,
you know?
No. Yeah, so in Korea, when New Year's hits, they ring this giant bell to signify that the New Year has come.
Yeah.
And like, could you imagine if like Twice is next to the bell?
Yo, no, they've done stuff like that before, where they have like girl groups in miniskirts next to the bell dancing.
No,
right
don't be next to the bell.
It was crazy. I was like, you guys look hella cold. Like, this is bad. But yo, Drunken Tiger was on it.
Yeah, interesting. He appeared also at Gayo Daejeon. He was the only like straight rapper.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He was the finale of the first part of the show.
Also, my favorite R&B female R&B singer nowadays was on it. Her name is Chungha. She was on it because of Masked Singer. Y'all gotta check her out. She's great.
But all right, let's move on. So Naver top 10 K-pop idol group searches. So Naver is pretty much Korean Google, and these are the top 10 groups that were searched for. So by a wide margin, BTS had like 70 million searches last year.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna list off all the numbers, but second place 101 only had 22 million.
That gap.
All right, number 3, we had Twice. 4, Red Velvet. 5, surprisingly, IZ*ONE. Over number 6, Blackpink.
Wait, what the heck?
Wow.
7, EXO. 8, Mamamoo. 9, B2B. 10, iKON, even though they had such an amazing year.
Okay, see, if I was YG, this would be a red flag.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, IZ*ONE debuted in, like, what, October?
Yep.
So the crazy thing is, they're like, within a week, they're projected to have now the highest selling debut girl group album of all time. It's going to surpass everyone. They're like within a couple thousands of the record. So crazy. But like number 5 overall over some like EXO and Blackpink is ridiculous.
Damn. Okay, I mean, I guess that kind of shows that like the EXO fandom isn't as big as they used to be.
Yeah, I don't. It's like so. IZ*ONE is like
kind of surprising.
I'm an IZ*ONE fan, obviously, and there's just something like there's like a buzz around them right now because they're so. So number one, different from IOIs, they're being thrusted into the like
mainstream,
the view of everyone, the mainstream. They're being thrusted into them, but they still have that like that twinkle in their eye where this is all new to them and they're just normal kids at this point.
Yeah.
And people are eating it up.
You also have to realize though, what I just remembered is that a lot of the buzz around IZ*ONE is also like not positive because of the nationality of certain members.
Yeah, I would say that was more of a concern at the beginning, but people are starting to actually like them, I think.
Oh, is it? Okay, that's good.
Like, for example, so they recorded that athletic competition thing that they're going to release at New Year's, well, Korean New Year's.
아이돌 육상대회, yeah.
And one of the things that happened was IZ*ONE was sitting in front of 17's fan group, right? Just because of how the seating panned out while they were waiting. And they give out food to the fan group. So 17, they prepared corn dogs for their fans. And then when they were asking who wants one, Sakura raised her hand. So At first they weren't sure if they would have enough, but one of the fans like held it out as Sakura took a bite out of it,
Aww.
and it
Yo.
trended online. But then eventually they had enough left over, so they gave all of IZ*ONE one, and it was like an interesting interaction between 17 fans and IZ*ONE.
What
That's
is
so
with
cute.
what is with ice1 and hot dogs?
I don't know. IZ*ONE, they just like I know they're idols, but it seems like they're just normal kids and they're hungry and they don't care, and it's just funny.
I mean, it's kind of what it is right now.
But it really, Blackpink got to step up their game because they should be definitely above IZ*ONE objectively.
See, that kind of concerns me. Like Blackpink's been around like what, like 3 years now, 4 years at this point. Yeah, and they're like what, below iZ*ONE that's only been around for 3 months.
Yeah,
like,
IZ*ONE is definitely the biggest surprise on this list.
Yeah, like the name didn't even get announced until like right before they debuted. Like,
So you got to think they've only like had 6 months to be trending, right? That's like 6 months of searching.
no, it's not even 6 months. 'cause
Oh,
they-
it's 3 months.
less.
It's
yeah,
3
because
months.
they haven't had
Yeah.
the name in place for a while.
So
like,
they've had
Dude 40 is
a
different.
fourth of the amount of time of these other groups, but they're already number 5. That's nuts.
That's completely nuts.
All right, let's pivot now into some more controversial news. So the first one was the Eastlights saga continuing. So the Eastlights scandal is more that 2 of the members were they're saying that the company abused them and beat them. But in a really weird turn of events, 2 other members are now defending the company. So it's interesting because they're now defending them 2 months after the fact. But they're saying that they feel betrayed by the member Lee Seok-chul, who said they were being abused. He said that they said that Seok-chul obeyed the CEO for the past 3 years and voluntarily called him a second father. And he also felt like he was speaking for the group instead of speaking as an individual, and he's frustrated by that. Another member, Ian Sang, said that it's sad and unfortunate how the people I treasure became bad people to the public. And he also said that some of the claims that they were like that a guitar string was put around their necks was all like fabricated and over exaggerated. I don't know. This is just a strange twist of events here.
The plot thickens.
The timing though is very suspicious though. 2 months after the fact.
I don't know who to believe. Who's telling the truth here?
All right, here's one option. What could have happened, right? Let's pull on our tinfoil hats. Here's what could have happened, right? Like they could have, well, certain members of the group could have come up with the plot per se, and then announced it to the media, and the media, being the media, takes it and bites the bait and just releases it. And you have to realize that the Eastside members are a little young. Maybe they didn't anticipate for this to be as big as it got, because they were trending all over Naver. The whole nation's eyes were like focused on them. So
But
if I was Eastside, I wouldn't have expected that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but if you're but like my issue is, right, it doesn't benefit them at all to admit that they're being abused, right? It's like you only admit you're being abused if it's like it's gone too far, right? Where you don't care about being a singer, because you know if you release this kind of information, your career is essentially over, right? For them to have the courage enough to say something like that makes me want to believe that there was definitely some foul play going on, right?
Something happened. Yeah.
Now I don't know to what extent. I can't speak to that, but I think it's clear that something happened, and I don't want to say that the other members who are defending the company are trying to preserve their own backsides in their career, but I would not be surprised if that was the case.
yeah, that's also very possible. Because it took them 2 months.
The strange thing for me is the timing, right?
Yeah.
Like
Took too
2
long.
months. If
Yeah.
let's say I was in a group and I was getting let's say we were getting beat up, but I was willing to tolerate it because for some reason I want to maintain a career, right? And one of my band members, like really, like let's say we just got hit in the head a couple times, which in Korea is not the craziest thing to happen. People get stuff thrown at them and stuff. It's just the culture, right?
Yes.
Now, if one of my members said like we were getting like bricks thrown at us and stuff, and I would be like, whoa, hold up, that's not that far. Like within a day, I would be like, hold up, it's not like that, right?
Yeah.
The fact that it's taken 2 months is what makes this very suspicious to me.
What's clear? What really makes me think that these kids are kind of young, and because of that, they're kind of not being the smartest people possible, is because you're a group, right? You're a group, and whenever you announce things as a group, you gotta work out what you're gonna say as a group before you announce it to the world. Like, look what happened to TVXQ. look what happened. You gotta figure out what you're gonna say before you announce it, and this clearly isn't what happened here.
What are you saying? Are you saying the initial claims or these rebuttals?
No, like the fact that there's rebuttals all of a sudden means that there wasn't a full agreement initially when they started making these claims.
Yeah, but if I was getting abused and I was like, this has gone too far, and the other members are like, don't say anything, I would still say it though.
Okay, I mean, that's also fair, but
It's just a weird situation, and we'll have to keep our eyes on it. But next one, all right, also not that great of a news. There was like a IU real estate controversy, and it kind of blew up huge in Korea. I'm not going to read everything that happened. What essentially happened was IU bought some land last year in the spring, right? Back in January. And by the time the year ended, it had okay, so she bought it for about $4 million, right? And by the end of the year, it was worth $6 million. So it went up 50%, essentially. Now, the claim is that she used insider information because she knew that this land would be heavily developed and the value would increase. But I just can't see that happening, really. And her official statement was that she swears on her whole career, the most precious thing to her, to say that there is not even a little bit of lie in me. It is a place I have decided to stay for a long time and carry out my plans. However, there are still people claiming I have obtained unjust information with the goals of obtaining unjust profit. And she says that they should show her clear evidence. And honestly, there is no evidence out right now to prove this at all. But
it kind of shows, like, remember like a couple of years ago, IU had that whole controversy with the 23rd album, with pedophilia and all that kind of stuff. And like with the release of the recent song BP, right? Like she's just done, like with like all these internet rumors.
Here's the thing. I did some digging on this. The information that this land was going to... So the reason why the property increased in value so much is because it's going to be very developed soon, right? With like huge investment into the area. So that obviously then land values increase. Now, the information that they were going to do this kind of work was out before she bought the land, right? So
okay.
I don't think there's really any clear evidence that she what they're calling insider information this situation.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not really insider information.
No, it sounds like it was public information and she was smart about it.
The fuck.
And also, like, you know, if you make a lot of money quick, people are jealous as well. That goes along with the territory. But we can't say what's completely true, but
if anything, my initial reaction to this hearing about this was that, like, damn, she gonna be rich.
I know, right?
I was jealous. I was like, damn, I want that.
Like who could drop $4 million cash onto another thing right now? Right? But you know, I trust in EG and IU. Let's go. But next one, BTS kills the U.S. market. So surprisingly, BTS is the second highest album-selling artist in America in 2018, behind only Eminem.
Wow.
Does that make any sense?
No.
I mean...
They sold 600,000 albums cumulatively, and in the U.S. market, physical albums is almost not a thing anymore, unlike the Korean market.
Yeah.
They were ahead of Metallica, Lady Gaga, Imagine Dragons, Justin Timberlake, Ed Sheeran, Pink, Taylor Swift, Drake, Justin Bieber, and more.
Holy, okay. You gotta keep in mind here. There's a reason people buy BTS albums. Like,
that's true.
You're okay. Other albums, they're nice. It's a nice case, nice CD, nice booklet. You don't get posters and figurines when you buy albums. Like, it's different.
Also, speaking of figurines, they signed a deal with Mattel, who makes like the WWE action figures and stuff.
Huh?
So there's going to be BTS figures coming out in the next couple months.
What?
Yeah, Mattel is the main, so they make G.I. Joe, things like that, and they're going to make BTS figures soon. I bet you the resale is going to be incredible. But go back to your comments about albums, Warren.
Oh no, it's done.
Okay. I get what you're saying, because like we don't really buy American artists' albums anymore, right?
Yeah,
like
digital.
Dude, like the last album I bought, let me see the name of it. I forgot. It was a Kanye West album.
You actually bought a Kanye album? Yeezus?
No, 808 and Heartbreak in 2008.
Wow.
That was the last physical album I bought from an American artist. That's an amazing album. But BTS killing it, as we know. Second overall, crazy. Lastly, we're gonna quick fire some group/artist movement that's going on. So first thing, Zico reportedly preparing to set up his one-man agency, King of the Zungle with a Z.
Dang.
So he did take some staff out of 7 Seasons, his previous agency, and they're going to start this up. And Warren said in December that he thinks that eventually he'll recruit more artists to this label.
I mean, like, he's got to. Like, why
Yeah,
would you like
natural.
set up this whole thing?
Yeah. Okay, second one. Zelo withdraws from BAP. So this is pretty, I would say this is pretty much the end of BAP
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I forgot BAP.
That's
And this is
Fuck.
remnants of the TS Entertainment implosion with Hyosung, that kind of situation.
Mhm.
And also since Bang Yong-guk left and now Zelo left BAP, I think this is pretty much the end for them.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean,
Lastly,
those were the main.
well, not lastly. So Kang Sung-hoon is leaving Just Kiss and YG Entertainment. He was pretty controversial all of 2018, and so he made so allegations of dating a fan, committing fraud against fans through personal events, and he also had a situation where he like detained or physically assaulted one of his former friends or something, or a staff member. That also broke last year. So, and what are your feelings as a Just Kiss fan?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I knew about the whole controversies coming on, and it didn't seem very positive. And Sekis have been holding events without him for a while too. So, I mean, it didn't look positive, but I was hoping things would get better. But
Also, it seems
obviously not.
the public was clamoring for him to leave the group.
Yeah.
I just looked this up, but he still has 2 lawsuits going on.
Yeah, he has a lot of situations,
Yeah.
like more than one controversy going on.
Yeah, this is bad.
Not a good look.
Yo.
Okay, so we got 2 more. So SM new girl group is apparently going to be called Spry. So SPRY.
Yeah.
I saw another very controversial thing where they were saying 2 of their vocalists are better than Taeyeon.
Huh?
There was an article. I was like, what are you on?
Wait, so
Uh,
my confusion is how did people find out that
That's
this
what I
is
was wondering.
going on? Where's
Yeah.
the intel?
wait, no. Doesn't SM has that thing with rookies where they?
Yeah,
come
it
on,
was
like-
2 of their rookies, but still, it's like, oh no. So here's the title: SM new girl group main vocalist said to be better than Wendy and Taeyeon. What? There's one girl whose name is Koeun, who's an 8-year trainee,
Ah.
who was going to debut
Oh yeah.
with
yeah,
Red
yeah.
Velvet, but Yeti got it. And then the other one,
Yeah.
there's a Chinese girl named Ning Ning,
Oh.
who's apparently an incredible vocalist as well. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, they're both members of the SM rookies kind of pre-debut kind of thing.
Yo, shout out to the Graces Lena, because I think she's the best vocalist ever at SM. But that's just my aside. But we'll have to see. I'm interested because whenever SM releases groups, it's gonna be
Yeah.
spicy.
I like the fandom name.
Sprite.
Sprite.
I like. This is nice.
All right. So lastly, this broke today. So you know how that Tiara left MBK last year.
Mm-hmm.
So MBK was filing to trademark the name Tiara. So a similar situation with Beast a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But in a happy turn of events, MBK, all their applications to get the name were rejected.
Oh.
Rip.
So Tiara gets to promote as Tiara. So good for them. Now,
there you go.
the reasoning, if you're wondering at home, why did Tiara get to use their name where Beast didn't, right? The reason why is because, what's his name? Who's the guy who left Beast?
Chang Hyun-sung
Jang Hyun-sun.
still there.
He stayed at Cube, so that's why Cube got to retain the name. Which I don't know how legally that works, but that's what people are saying is the reason.
Did Tiara find a new like company?
Let me look this up real quick then. Tiara. I don't think they did yet.
No, it doesn't seem they did. Okay, so Cutie.
They have a
didn't.
Japanese label, but I don't think they have a Korean label right now.
I'm looking this up right now, right? Cutie didn't sign. Eun signed with UFO Productions. Hyomin is signed with.
So they're all
can't
over the
say.
place.
Yeah, they're all over the place from the looks of it.
I wonder if they'll ever promote in Korea again, but they definitely have a market in China because they were decently successful there.
Oh, they also all seem to have separate like Chinese companies.
I don't know. But that was all the news. We covered almost everything. Hopefully next week we could just cover a couple of them and go in more depth about our feelings. But you know, it was the winter break, so it was a lot of stuff. So upcoming releases. Final section. All right, so January 10th tomorrow, we have GOD coming back. That should be interesting.
Ooh.
January 13th, Saturday, Dreamcatcher. Let's go. The most critical comeback of the week on next Monday on the 14th, 여자친구, Girlfriend.
Cool.
This is their make or break song, in my opinion. Here's a list of other people confirmed / rumored for January and early February. Astro, 17. The debut of Cherry Bullet. Taeyeon, Zico, Infinite, and Luna. The group are all apparently coming back.
Oh, Luna.
Yes.
Oh, that gets me hype.
Yeah. I also want to see what Zico's first solo thing looks like, right?
It's probably gonna be a rap song, or like another R&B song, you know.
All right, so
That's
do we got
okay.
anything else? Well, it's my birthday tomorrow, so happy birthday to Doug.
Oh, happy birthday,
early
Douglas.
birthday.
You gotta say how old I am. I'm old as shit. But yeah, whatever. Birthdays are fun. Do y'all have anything else to say? Any shout outs?
Happy New Year's, everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. I'm hoping 2019
Yeah.
is a lit K-pop year. But this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. 2019. I promise you there will be no more brats next week. Like that it's a one-time deal. I'm Doug, and I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me for this spicy episode. Very long, spicy episode. But you could always leave us feedback at SojuTalkPodcast@gmail.com or in the YouTube comment section or on any of the other places we post on Reddit, One Hallyu, Snoopy, All K-pop, any of those
Everywhere.
things. And of course, we're on iTunes, Spotify, and almost anywhere you can find podcasts. But it's been a pleasure having your ears for the last hour. I don't know, that's a weird statement, but
Dang, oh my god.
we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.